doing here, now that we're kind of waiting, I'm just doing my final instrument checks. Fuel flow's kind of low, oil pressure's in the green, temps in the green, vacuum's in the green, fuel quantity, we're good. All of our electrical is good. We've got about 20 seconds left before we're going to depart. Everything here is good. Run through our takeoff checklist one more time. Flaps up, mixture full rich. Fuel shut off in, fuel on both. Takeoff at trim, or trim at takeoff position. All right, by the time we get on the runway, we are good to go. All right, so we are all set. And let's do one last check of base and final. I don't see anybody, don't hear anybody on the radio. So away we go. Indy Exec traffic, Cessna 1884 Mike's taking 364 departure to the north. Indy Exec. All right. So that's going to talk to us, and it's fine. It's going to talk to us for all night. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to get ourselves out on the runway. We're going to line up with the center line, and we're going to get all nice and situated. All right, you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay. We're going to get all nice and situated, lined up at the center line here, feet back, slipstream, take the stick, a little bit of right crosswind correction, throttle increase over 3 seconds, airspeed's alive. We're going to look for 55, rotate at 55. 40.
Taking up at 55 knots?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Start to feel is getting light on our wheels.
Yep.
58, and nose back a little bit, and get that crosswind correction out, and we are off the ground. You see the water there off to the right?
Oh, yeah.
That's Geist.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's Geist. Yep.
Oh, man.
Exec 12 kilo.
Okay, I think we're probably back in a decently straight and level attitude here, so go ahead, put your right hand back on that, just 3 fingers. There you go. Real light touch, and now put your feet on the rudder pedals. Now let's just practice straight level flight. So just hold that plane, keep it going straight. All you want to do, see this 088? Yep. You want to keep your eyes outside the plane, but every now and again you can glance down and make sure you're still 088. You should be able to look outside the plane and know if you're banking. You should be able to see straight and level if I cover these up. You should need that.
Yeah, because you just look at the horizon.
You look at the horizon. Yep. And you can also look at the wing. You can look out at each wingtip and kind of get an idea. So we're going a little bit, so give us a little bit of left aileron. Let's get us turned back. There we go. And anytime you do a little left aileron, you want to touch a left rudder.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I need to go left a little bit, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. So just a little bit. There you go. A little bit, not a problem. And you're a little bit too much, actually. There you go. Because you see how the trim turn coordinator moved to the right? It tells you when you're turning left, and it doesn't give too much rudder. That's all that means.
Gotcha.
Yep. No big deal. And while you're doing that, I'm going to lean out the aircraft. You feel how the engine kind of went zzz?
Yeah.
That's because I cut the fuel off too much. That's what you want. You listen for it to kind of bog down, and you spin this back in a couple turns. That's how you lean the engine out. Notice our fuel flow fell quite a bit.
Yep, it did, yeah.
There you go. All right, so let's go over this wind farm. So give us a turn to the left. There you go. Nice, gentle turn to the left. We have all day. No reason to be in a hurry. There's nothing that happens quick in aviation. Now, anytime you're turning, you have to pull back just a touch, because notice how we started to go down?
Oh, yeah.
Because you lose some of that lift force. It's turned. It gets a kind of, it's a bad way to say it, but it's turned into the turn. So now you're aimed that way, so now let's level the aircraft off again. A little bit of right rudder, a little bit of right aileron. Now we're going to fly straight level right over that wind farm. How is it?
Oh, yeah, I like this.
It's easier to fly a plane than it is to sim. Than it is the simulator.
South of the field, we're going to enter upwind.
Simulator was harder for that.
Yeah, it is. It's flying a sim is really hard. Flying in a real plane, I think, is easier because you have the feel of your seat to know, if it's going wrong or not.
Right.
It's a lot easier that way. Well, what we'll do, we'll go off here.
That wind farm was cool.
Yeah, it's kind of neat from here. And then what I do as I'm flying along, I always am watching for a place, if this engine decides to die right now, where I'm going to land.
Right.
I'm always, now up here, we've got
It's a lot of land.
infinite possibilities. Now,
Yeah.
what I try to also do is kind of watch, and is there an airport near me? I'd love to put it down at an airport if I can reach there.
Yeah.
It just depends how close the nearest one is. Now up here, I just know the nearest one's Kokomo. I would never glide that far. For every 1,000 feet you're in the air, you glide about 1.5 miles.
Every
So
time.
we're 5,000 feet in the air, so you get about 8-9 miles of glide. So that airport's more than 9 miles away, so you're not going to.
That's too far.
So you're putting it in a field is really what that means. If something were to happen. Now this is the town of Elmwood here to our just off. See, now this I'm going to explain. See how this you get this Colton window here?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. How we're going to judge our height above the runway.
04,
Okay, cool.
2 northwest, 1 left base, 10,
Yep, that's how that works.
That'd be at 60, what, 61 okay?
61.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because we're headed toward the wind farm.
Okay.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, not a big deal at all. I just use that as a quick way to make sure, yeah, my what I'm seeing is level, really is level because we're not turning.
Right.
That's all I do there. It's just a sanity check for me to, yeah, I know what I'm doing. It looks like there's a football game tonight down in Tipton.
Hey, you were talking about recording a game or something?
Yeah, after the Pike Township.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's where I work. So,
Oh, okay, cool.
yeah, sure. Yep. Yes, that's where I'm headed after this. Go over there. There's a student wanting to learn some sports photography, and I happen to do that. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah, so I run over, and she's kind of excited to learn. So,
learning final one.
Take pictures of the game?
yeah, I try to. The ones I can make it to, anyway. Yeah, the last time I was up here, the wind farm, it wasn't in use, or there wasn't enough wind. One of the two, they were all still. These are turning. It's kind of cool to see. But yeah, and this is flying. This is it.
This is cool. It's cool.
Yeah,
Man, I love
it's
this.
not. This part of flying is not necessarily that hard. Keeping the airplane in the air is not bad. It's what happens if something goes wrong is where all your training kicks in.
Yep.
You know. But yeah, none of this is all that bad. It's really, really fun. It is really, really, really fun. I greatly enjoy this hobby.
Telling you, man, this is amazing.
Yeah, it's look at a little bit of back pressure there. See how we've got.
We're dropping a little bit.
Yep,
yeah.
we wanted to get down to 5,500, so that's fine. We just don't want to go too much below 5,500. There's nothing that says by law what altitudes we have to follow, but the general consensus is anytime you're going east,
Yep.
you follow odds, so 5s, 3, 5, 7, 9, and then 500, so 5,500, 3,500, 7,500. Anytime you're going east. So the rule, I say east is not even. East is odd. West you do 2,500, well, 4,500, 6,500, 8,500, that kind of thing. So when we go back toward the airport, we'll probably drop 1,000 feet. All right. So then, now that we're over this way, I don't see any traffic. We're gonna do some turns here.
All right.
So I'm gonna look to my right. There's nobody out that direction. I'm gonna look to my left. There's nobody out that direction. I'm gonna look in front. There's nobody there. Check my ADS-B. There's nobody there. So we're clear. So let's make a turn. Let's make a turn to the left. Let's go north.
All right.
Throw some left rudder and some left aileron. Spin that in there. There you go. Nice gentle turn. That's a 10-degree turn. That's a 20-degree turn. So somewhere in between there. Nice gentle turn. There you go. Now a little less left rudder. There you go. Yep. Then once we get kind of lined up north-south, level the plane out.
All right.
Any exact traffic, Cessna 1884 Mike's 3 northwest, entering 45, left downwind 36, exact. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to just maneuver us so we kind of cross this hill, and probably ought to be a little bit lower, get down to actual pattern here. So we're gonna dive it a little bit. The air is clear, so I don't mind if we pick up a little speed.
Down.
Perfect. Crossing 2,000 for 1,900. 100 to go.
1920.
Perfect.
1900.
All right, throttle coming up. You're a good co-pilot.
Hey, thanks.
Good call-outs. I like your call-outs. Get exact traffic, Cessna 1884 Mike's on the left downwind, 36, full stop at exact. And basically what I did by saying full stop is telling people, hey, we're not going to do a touch and go. We're here to stay. But there's nobody here, so it doesn't matter.
Gotcha.
And then what I'm going to do, I'm starting to look for my touchdown point, which is going to be the end of the runway here.
Where we at?
So the runway's right there. You want it about halfway up the wing strut, maybe a little bit over.
Gotcha.
We're at 1,900 feet. So we're going to pull our throttle back to 1,700. Trim. Flaps 10. Hold our altitude. We want to bleed off our airspeed. We want to get down below 80.
Hey, we're 85.
Perfect. All right, hit 80. All right, so we're just going to kind of fly here. This is called slow flight. We're maintaining our altitude all nice and gentle like. Now we're going to get close to these trees. We're going to pull our throttle back to 1,400.
It may
We're
turn.
going to go flaps 20. We're going to start a nice gentle turn to the left. We want to start losing some altitude is what we want to do.
Where do you want to go down to?
We'll be about 500 below. At this point, I stopped paying attention to that so much, I start looking out the window a whole bunch. Indy exact traffic, Cessna 1884 Mike's left base 36, full stop, Indy exact. All right, so we're kind of flying right over this tree line, right where we want to be. Should be about 1,500 feet when we make our turn to final. So we'll be pretty close here. Airspeed sticking 65, 70, about right where we want it, which is perfect. All right, check our winds.
Zulu, weather, wind, 040 at 5, visibility.
Okay. All right, Indy exact traffic, Cessna 1884 Mike's, turning final 36 Indy exact. All right.
1330 RPM.
Okay.
1380 altitude.
All right. Kind of make our way over here. Nice gentle turn. Interface with the wind a little bit, get a feel for it. See those 2 white lights off to the left?
Is that for nighttime?
Nope. That tells us we are a little bit above glide slope.
Oh.
And see how we turned white and red? That
Yeah.
tells us we're right on glide slope. So we would touch down even with those lights if we were to touch down, or if we were to stay right where we are.
Gotcha.
I feel like we're sinking a little bit too much here. So what I'm going to do is bump our throttle up a little bit.
Yep.
Make sure our airspeed stays 60 to 70, somewhere in there. Doing pretty good there. Hope this will be a nice smooth landing for us tonight. All right, airspeed 65 to 70. Doing pretty good. Tracking center line.
Down altitude.
All right, runway is made. Throttle goes to idle.
Great.
Down we go.
1,000 RPM.
A little bit of left rudder. There we go.
Nice.
We are down. All right, so here's what I want you to do. Push that red knob in and pull all the way out. All the way out. There you go.
That kills the engine.
That kills the engine.